Hello, my name is Flocka, and today I'm going to teach you how to put cannons on an aircraft. But not only that, but we're going to show you how to do it while keeping you safe and getting the most consistent experience. This aircraft uses zero thruster turning, but it does not use a single dynamic foundation. We're running only frost pine for this ugly thing, and I get it. That's not very aesthetic, and Flocka, could you make something that looks good? Well, I'm trying to show you guys how to make the most functional aircraft possible with the least amount of pieces. But if you follow these steps closely and you use all of my tips and tricks, you should be able to do this for yourself on anything you want to do. So we're going to start with the controllable swivel, and we're going to put it on top of 4 16 by 16 frost pine floors. This is going to act as our dynamic foundation underneath. And on top, we're going to place another 16 by 16 frost pine floor. You're gonna wanna throw some simple tires underneath, so put these in the corners. You can put them all the way up flush with the corner, or you can do what I'm doing and put one stud of room between each side. Next, identify what your front and back is gonna be, and you're gonna put a 12 by 12 on those sides, as well as one 8 by 8 on the ends. Now let's take some 8 by 2s and let's stack 3 of them side by side, leaving a stud of room in between. And we're actually going to keep stacking that up until it makes a pyramid. We'll go ahead and do the other side. Next, we're going to take 12 by 2 frost pine floors. And right up on those triangles we just built, we're going to stack these up 3 high. And then on each side, we're going to stack 3 as well. We're pretty much putting the weight exactly even, and that way we don't have to do much flight testing. Our next step is to take these 12 by 2s, and instead of putting them right in between, we're actually going to go to the outside and stack up 3 of these. And it's going to leave this square of room, which is where our balloons are going to go. So we're going to have 4 small balloons that are always up. And then we're going to take our activated balloons, and we're going to stick 2 on the ends of both sides. We're going to place 2 on these middle 12 by 2s, putting 1, 2, 3, 4 studs of room in between the balloons. And then we're also going to add balloons to the corners right here. So you should have added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 extra activated balloons with 4 balloons to hold us up naturally. From here, we're going to add some storage, and we're going to put a lot of it. So 1, 2, 3 grand chests on that side, and 1, 2, 3 grand chests on this side. For the middle, you can do whatever you want. You want to add some more chests. You want to put some passenger seating. Go ahead. I'm going to throw down the ancient bed, as well as 2 simple trunks just for personal storage. And on the very end, so whatever I am going to make the back of my vehicle, which it doesn't really matter, but whichever side that I choose, we're going to throw the small driver's seat wherever we can on the back. And then you might have to move your simple trunks if you put them too close facing the front. So this side would be the front. I'm going to put some thrusters here to push us forward. We're putting 2 in the front and only 2 small ones in the back. Please, please do not try to put any more speed on than this. It will not end well. Too much speed with the cannons on your aircraft, and the cannonballs are going to explode inside of the barrel, doing damage to your vehicle. Now, I did a lot of testing with this, and it's really touchy. You can shoot while turning, while also shoot while going forward, as long as you keep the speed fairly capped. So for this vehicle, I'm going with 4 thrusters. You might have to test things out, which is why I suggest using frost pine. I know it's not the prettiest. I know it's not the most aesthetic thing, but it is the most useful when it comes to making these functional toys. I'm gonna identify my back by throwing the caution lights on. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my favorite lights. Feel free to use whatever lights you like to use on your vehicles. Now, it's time to add the cannons. To do this, we're gonna take out a thruster and we're gonna point it at the floor that's holding those simple balloons that are always up. And we're going to go behind it and we're gonna place any wood floor. Now, you're gonna wanna make sure that this floor is not touching any of these floors when you place it. It does not matter where it sits, but you've got to give it some room or you're gonna risk destroying your tires and possibly ruining this. But once you have that floor piece on, and it should maybe look something like that if you put it in a safe spot, you can go into the cannon and we're going to rotate this around till it's pointing the front, and I'm gonna have this hanging over the bottom by one stud. You can pull this up if you want, you can pull it down, but if you have it further down, you risk connecting it to that bottom piece. So I just suggest having it up here. And like I said, one stud over the bottom like that should work out fine. We can go ahead and do that to the other side. So grab the thruster, point it over the edge. We'll take our floor piece. We'll make sure that it's not touching anything else except for the thruster and this top piece. Taking our cannon and then dragging it over to the middle, making sure that it's hanging over one stud and it's somewhere right in the middle of that foundation piece. So hanging over the bottom by one, we're gonna place it in, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna load it with cannonballs. And I actually wanna hop in the seat and I wanna aim it straight to the front. So I'm gonna aim it down and that should reset it where I want it. You now have everything you need to add onto your aircraft to get it going in the sky and operating. So all we're gonna do is drop this from the jack. Now there's no great way to get on this thing, so if you want, you can go ahead and go underneath and add yourself on a little ledge to jump on. Just make sure that you do it evenly on the other side, and if you want to make it perfectly even, that you do it on all four corners. There's actually one more thing we need to add before takeoff, and that's some thrusters to get us in the sky, and we can put these anywhere as long as we make it even on the other end. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place one right here at the end of that 8x2 I just placed, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, placing one there and right there. I'm gonna take my wrench and I'm gonna turn these to channel 2. The thrusters pushing forward, so these two thrusters and these two thrusters will automatically be on channel 3. We can go ahead and leave that. And the activated balloons will automatically be on channel 4. We can go ahead and leave that. And now we have the ability to go up. We have the ability to go forward. We have the ability to go up with balloons, and we can shoot cannons while turning both directions. So let's go ahead and activate those balloons. Let's get our lift into the sky. You see, it's a really nice even lift as we placed every single piece symmetrically. Now we can go forward or we can add some height, activating channel 2. Now our aircraft is going even higher in the sky. We're gonna be able to reach the highest elevations while doing this. You can also deactivate those balloons and turn without using a single thruster. So the flight on this thing is really nice. It doesn't have that extra drag that you get when activating a thruster, because once the swivel stops, it stops the entire aircraft. So you can be as precise as you need to be when aiming these cannons. We're gonna pull a 180 here, and I should be able to activate these cannons while moving forward. Speed has a very weird effect on these cannons, and it chooses whether or not it's gonna malfunction. Like there, it decided to shoot, as well as there. And you see that we're able to get off some really clean shots with these cannonballs. Now, a couple of my other models were a little bit smaller and a little bit different. We had the driver's seat right in between those cannons, and that did not turn out well. There's a reason why we have the driver's seat all the way back here, and that's to prevent our own elimination. So with all that being said, let's actually aim at this banana hut right here. Let's turn our aircraft. Let's maybe try to get low enough to hit it. Maybe a little higher. Awesome, direct hit. Obviously, having too many functions going at one time, you're gonna risk a cannon malfunction, but the vehicle being made out of frost pine and having all of the cannons and stuff, as well as the swivel attached, makes those pieces indestructible themselves. So no matter how many malfunctions you have, the driver's seat distance is gonna mean you're gonna be safe, And the material that this is made out of is gonna mean that the vehicle is safe. So go ahead and build this in your world. Take all the tips and tricks I gave you and build your own aircraft and have some fun building your own fighter vehicles in LEGO Fortnite. There are some rules that you're gonna have to follow if you're gonna get the experience that you're looking for. You have yourself a fighter jet aircraft. Ugly as it is, it's extremely functional. 6 chests of storage with the ability to rain cannon fire on your opponents. If you found this video useful or entertaining in any way, consider dropping a like on the video. Take it easy, everybody, and I will see you in the next one.